Y'all know what time it is. Some of y'all was wondering if we was coming today. Some of y'all were wondering if we were coming today. Well, you already know. We are coming to tear down some idols. And we're going to do it in a spectacular fashion. You want to know why? Because we're going to take the word of YAHUAH and we're going to tear down the lie of Christmas and allow people the blessed opportunity to make a decision. So a big shout out as you're coming in. Everybody drop your name, your city and state, your name, your city and country. If you're outside the USA, we got people from all over the world. I'm going to do a quick roll call of all the people in the past week that have posted their name and said, I love YAHUAH. You see, we're sending out the shupar. We're blowing the horn. And everyone that calls on the name of YAHUAH, we're asking you to stand up and be accounted for and become a disciple. That means have the discipline of YAHUAH so that you can live with YAHUAH for eternity and we can roll together. We can be together. So a big shout out. See, Amber House is in here. I am Freedom Man. Good to see you, Sophia. Mike is in here. Yamani's in here. Jamie's in here. Lisa from Seattle, Washington is in here. YAHUAH daughter, Lori. Good to see you, sis. Donna's in here, of course. My wife, Lena, is in the building. Y'all do me a favor. Hit the like button. Just smash likes. If it lets you do it a bunch of times, do it. It'll pump the algorithm up and you'll save some souls. You're going to save some souls on this one. There's going to be some people that you shared this with. They're going to thank you for eternity. They're going to say, you snatched me right out of the fire. There's going to be some people that watched this and they were planning on waking up tomorrow on the most pagan day of the year, Christmas. And they thought, and all of a sudden they watched this sometime before then, or they might be in the middle of it, or they might be posted. And then they throw it in the trash from now on. There's going to be some people make a big decision for YAHUAH because they're going to have to come face to face with the scriptures. They're going to have to deal with what's true and not what's a lie. So I promise you, I'm going to share this. I'm going to share this, man. I'm going to share this like y'all never seen it before. All right. Now look, this is very important. Hit the share button. So down underneath where that like button is here, whatever platform you're on, if you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, what you want to do is hit share. Usually it pops up and allows you to share it to other platforms. Like you can share it to Facebook, you can share it to Instagram, to LinkedIn, TikTok, wherever you can share it. Share it. Pinterest. Text a few people. You know, one thing that's important for you to do is start getting bold in your witness. Like stop being weak. And understand that you got to be meek, humility. And that humility can be just share it with 3, 4, 5 people. Share it with your most avid Christmas partier, Christmas observer. Share this video with them. They might not watch it right away. But if you share that link, when they're sitting around quiet sometime, they might go by and look at it. You want to know why? Because you never know who YAHUAH is going to tap on. And going to say, I've been calling you. You never know who's going to have a Shaul, Brother Paul moment, a road to Damascus moment. You never know who's going to have that type of a situation happen to them. But Shaul, the same person I'm talking about, who had a road to Damascus moment, he literally said, how are they going to know unless somebody tell them? See, that's your responsibility. Mahashim, Acts 1 and 8. And you will receive power when a set apart spirit has come upon you to be my witnesses throughout all the world. So if you don't share with somebody, then you don't got that power of YAHUAH in you. You need to go get immersed to where you have no problem sharing the word of YAHUAH. That's right. Donna said, I've been waiting all, look. Donna said, I've been waiting all day to get these teachings. She said, I've been waiting all day. And I've been wondering, I told Lena this morning when I got up, I've been working on so many projects with the true scriptures. I said, I think I'm going to go live early. And then it just didn't work out. And I said, oh, Yahuwah must want me to do it now. Here we go. So I want to welcome every single person here. I want y'all to know I love y'all. I honor y'all. And I'm bringing this message to you in complete fire and love, in complete fire and passion. But I promise you, I love you. And I'm just going to ask you one more time to share this out. Now, we've had people come in the past week that says that they love Yahuwah. Y'all got to bear with me. Sometimes I scratch in my nose because we're out in nature here. Y'all just can't see it. I got a nature setting. I'm utilizing a green screen. And a lot of time I got bugs and stuff flying around my face. So if y'all see me doing this, that's what these bugs want, this light of Yahuwah. So y'all just bear with me. All right. So now I'm going to give y'all a shout out to all the countries in the States. Australia. These are everybody that said, I love Yahuwah. They said, this is my name. This is the country I'm from, and I love Yahuwah. This is my name. This is my city and state I'm from, and I love Yahuwah. In the past week, Australia, Bahamas, Barbados, Belfast, Belgium, Canada, Colombia, where we're at now, South America, Denmark, Dominica, England, Eswatini, Ethiopia, Fiji, Germany, Grenada, Hungary, India, Ireland, Italy, Jamaica, Japan, Kenya, Macedonia. We just have Madagascar. Come on. Maralika, the island out in the Bucos Grand in Socorro, Mexico, New Zealand, Nigeria, Northern Ireland, Norway, Pakistan, Papua, New Guinea, Philippines, Scotland, Seychelles, South Africa, Suriname, the Netherlands, Trinidad and Tobago, Uganda and Wales. That's the countries. I think it's over 40. Now, there's 200 in the world. So we got a lot of work still to do, but that's a lot in 7 days. But guess what? The states, which are like countries, most people don't realize that the United States of America, each state is like its own country because they typically got millions of people in it, right? So Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado in the building. Colorado snuck up in there. Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana. Got them M's out the way. Here goes the N's. Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina. Here comes some O's. Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon. Here comes some P's. Pennsylvania. But we also got Puerto Rico, not a state, but it's part of the United States of America. Then you got South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Virginia, Washington State, and Washington, D.C., and Wisconsin. These are people that have said, I love Yahuwah. And I'm from here. Now, how y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about that? Before I go in, and y'all know I'm going to tear this one up in the name of Yahuwah. I'm going to give you some lightning scriptures, but how do y'all feel about having at least one of your brothers or sisters or more representing that they love Yahuwah from all those different 80 plus places, geographical locations like countries around the world? How do y'all love that? How you feel about it? So let's get it. Y'all ready to go in? Y'all ready to go in? I'm going in. Dabariym. So Dabariym. Chapter 12. Put your seatbelts on. Put your seatbelts on. Because we're going to Dabariym. Dabariym, that's a sign named Deuteronomy. We're going over to chapter 12. I'm going to read you something. And it's going to challenge you on Christmas from the gate. Get ready, Blake, out in Hawaii. Come on, Shirley. Come on, Mike, Dwayne. Come on, Michaela. Michaela was on fire yesterday. Here we go, Carolyn. Martin, over in Ireland. Come on now, Lori. Y'all better get ready. Mindy. Yeah. Missouri. Here I go. Chapter 12, verse 2 of Dabariym, Deuteronomy. completely destroy all the places where the nations which you are dispossessing. That means Yahuwah said, I'm going to take some people out. I'm going to take some people that are there. I'm going to dispossess them. I'm going to take them out. Y'all understand this? What I'm saying? I'm going to take them out. They got it. They got it. They think they got it going on. But right now, thus says Yahuwah, at that time, and he's saying it again as he reestablishes the new Jerusalem. He's saying it. My man Robert Palzik from Budapest is up late tonight. Get ready, Robert. Put your seatbelt on. Completely destroy all the places where the nations which you are dispossessing serve their mighty ones. So why is Yahuwah saying, I don't want these places to be established anymore? Because they're serving other mighty ones, other gods, right? On the high mountains and on the hills. Pay attention. Here comes your Christmas. And under every green tree. Over 2 billion people tonight got Christmas trees up. For what reason? It's a straight idol. It is a Nimrod, sun god idol. It represents Nimrod's mother and Nimrod's wife, who was his mother. You heard that right. Nimrod's mother, he had her become his wife. And they had a child together called Tammuz. Did you know that? Did you know that? Did you know that that tree is an exact representation of Asherah, which is Nimrod's mama, his mama, and his wife? So Yahuwah said, all these folks that are serving their mighty ones. And he brought up the tree. And you think it's just any tree. It's not just any tree. I'm going to prove it's that Christmas tree. Most people don't know when Yahuwah's talking here. You don't think he knows the Christmas tree is about to come in effect someday? And that people have been doing this over and over already? Dragging trees. Yirmiyahu said it. That people in Yirmiyahu 10, they're dragging trees into their house. Those are Asherah trees. That's right, Michaela. Incest, abominations, down. Y'all got it? Verse 3. I can't even get past one verse. It's done got hot. I done went in on one verse. Think about this. Verse 3, chapter 12, Dabariym. And you shall break down their slaughter places. Tear it down. That's what we're doing tonight and today, wherever you're at. And you shall break down their slaughter places and smash their pillars. Are y'all ready for this? Here come the Christmas tree. Here comes Christmas. In Dabariym, chapter 12, Yahuwah's about to attack Christmas. Verse 3. You shall break down their slaughter places, smash their pillars, and burn their Asherim with fire. That's the Christmas tree. Asherah, their Asherim is the tree that they worship. Burn it down. Yahuwah says you're to burn it down. That's what we're doing with our words. I love to do it physically, but we can't. Law of the land. But we can tear it up spiritually. We can put these messengers out here to go to work. And we can do it right now. He said you got to break it down. You got to tear it down. You got to burn the Asherim. Some of y'all been messing around with aunts and uncles and mamas and daddies and grandparents and cousins, and y'all been going over around Christmas dinners, and you playing with fire. Because YAHUAH said it's to be burnt down. And you shall cut down the carved images of their mighty ones and shall destroy their name. I'm here in the name of YAHUAH to destroy the name of Christmas. I call it to be brought down. Not too many more years from now, YAHUAH just tear it and smash it to pieces. Yeah. Watch what he says. Take it out. And you shall destroy their name out of that place. Do not do so with YAHUAH your Eluah, but seek the place which YAHUAH your Eluah chooses. Now y'all got to understand your power. Right after YAHUAH smoked, he gave a smoking command. Now Yahusha, I'm not talking about Yahushua HaMashiach. I'm talking about Yahusha, who became the prophet, who became one of the mighty ones, who came after Masha, Joshua. That's who I'm talking about. Yahusha, when he heard this, he's like, YAHUAH, let me go get him. I'll tear him up. So y'all should be like, guess how y'all can tear people up? Hit the like button. Share this out. Stop being afraid of what your mama and your daddy and your uncle and your brother think. You want to know why? If you are ashamed of YAHUAH before mama and daddy and sisters and uncles and brothers and cousins and bosses and friends, he going to be ashamed of you. You're not going to get to see him. Because today, wherever you're at, this is a command from YAHUAH on the Most High. He sent me, one of his messengers, to tell you to tear it down. He says, but seek the place which YAHUAH your Eluah chooses out of all your tribes. To do what? To put his name there and for his dwelling place. And there's where you shall enter. Y'all tell me, where does YAHUAH live now? Where? Where does YAHUAH live now? When you call upon his name and you get immersed into his name, that means you sold out. You cannot get immersed unless you sold out. You got to make a decision. You got to be sold out for YAHUAH. And then he will come in you and make you his dwelling place, where he will put his name inside of you. Woo! You mean to tell me the dwelling place now is us? Yes. And there you shall take your ascending offerings and your slaughters, sacrifices, and your tithes and your contributions of your hand. What are we doing with the true scriptures? We got people that are contributing. Why? Because on this particular platform, y'all already know YAHUAH's got his name here. And it's in full 8D effect. It ain't 3D. It's 8D effect. It's complete. So when we support the truth scriptures, it's all in here. If his name is in you, you're going to be over at tsnt.org and get this real word out here. You want to know why so many people are following an idol? Because they got tricked from the Greek translations. They think it's okay to be lawless. But I'm going to deal with that in a minute. And your vow offerings and your voluntary offerings. That means if you want to do it, do it. If you don't, don't. And the first from your herds. See, some of y'all give to YAHUAH second, third, fourth, 10th. He says you should bring some of that first to him and of your flock. And there you shall eat before Yahuwah. Now watch out. If you do the right thing for Yahuwah, he got a promise for you. And there you shall eat before Yahuwah your Eluah, and you shall rejoice in all that you put your hand to, you and your households, in which Yahuwah your Eluah has blessed you. Look at the promise. See, Yahuwah says, if you do this, I will do that. If you do this, I will do that. This is simple. Now, he gave us some instructions. Are you one of his disciples? Because he sent me to look for the 144. To get to the 144,000, we need 144 real disciples on this earth that's not afraid, not even an inch. They'll stare these idols in the face and tear them down. And we don't have to touch nobody physically at all. We spiritually can tear things down. Yahuwah will do the physical work. Are you one of the 144? Because he gave us some instructions. He says, I want you to tear down their altars and their Asherim, the Christmas tree. Send a message out. Do you know you're about to participate in the most paganistic practice of the year? Do you know you're about to do that? When you celebrate Christmas, do you know that's what you're doing? Now, pay attention, because he's not playing. I'm going over to Yirmiyahu. This is going to be so hot. I don't know if y'all going to make it through this one. I might. Y'all know one of these days, for real, I'm going to run down the street and y'all just going to see a screen up here with these little white lights behind it. And y'all going to be like, where'd Jay go? Because I'm so tore up about these messages. I can feel Yahuwah moving. Sometimes I want to run down the street. So I'm going to go over to Yirmiyahu, sign named Jeremiah. And I'm going over to chapter 51. And I'm going to make it through this. This is so off the charts. Come on. Yahuwah says in chapter 51 of Yirmiyahu, verse 42, the sea has risen over Babel. It's Babylon. She has been covered with the roaring of its waves. Her cities have become a ruin and a dry land and a desert, a land where no one lives. Neither does the Son of Man pass by it. And in verse 44, Yahuwah makes a promise. And I shall punish Baal in Babylon. Who's Baal? Baal's the Lord. Who's the Lord to Christians? Jesus. Jesus. Yahuwah says, I'm going to destroy Jesus. And I shall make him spew out and spit out everything he has swallowed. And the nations shall no longer stream to him. Y'all don't know what Yahuwah's going to do. Yirmiyahu, Sister Amber, chapter 51, Jeremiah 51, 42, and in verse 44 of Yirmiyahu 51, Yahuwah said he is going to punish Jesus, because that's who Baal is now. Baal has come in multiple forms. It's all sun god worship. It's bacon, comes in different disguises. But right now, there's no sense in us beating around the bush, right? We ain't doing no ring around the roses bull crap. We ain't doing no pin the tail on the donkey. We're going to pin the tail on Jesus, because Jesus is Baal. And Yahuwah says, I'm going to punish you, Jesus, Baal. And I'm going to make you, Jesus, spit out everything that you've swallowed. And the nations shall no longer stream to you. Even the wall of Jesus shall fall. What y'all going to do with this? Before I say the next one, huh? Before I say the next verse, how y'all feeling? Put something in the chat. How many of y'all want to say hallelujah? That Yahuwah's going to tear Jesus up. Jesus ain't got a chance because he don't exist. But the imagery, the energy of that entity exists is going to get annihilated in the name of Yahuwah. Give me some of this good blackberry juice. Huh? What y'all gonna do with this? This is some hallelujah stuff here. Yeah, Ron, put your seat back. Look, Robert said we waiting for a long time. Now listen, I got great news for you tonight. Even though we've been waiting a long time, I got some great news for y'all tonight from the scriptures, from the word. Now watch what he says. I got to read 44. Yirmiyahu 51:44 again. And I shall punish Baal, Jesus, in Babylon. Now where's Babylon? That's unique. What's the great whore on the earth right now? It's coming out of the Roman Catholic Church. That's influencing what? All over the earth. It's influencing mega the United States of America, which is influencing mega the world, which says it protects Israel, who say they are Yahudim but are not. Look at this picture setting up. And Yahuwah saying, I'm not going to tolerate this much longer. No, I'm not going to tolerate this much longer. I shall punish Baal, Jesus, in Babylon. So all this influence of this Babel that's been going on around the world, Yahuwah says, I'm going to make Jesus spit out everything that Jesus has swallowed. And the nation shall no longer stream to him. How people want to go, oh, like that's something special. I used to do it. And I'm so glad that I did verse 45. Because Yahuwah, he put the warning in me in 2007. He said, I'm going to kill Jesus. I'm going to smash that name. He goes, even the wall of Babel is going to fall. Because we can do verse 45 tonight, which is, come out of her. Come out of her midst, my people, and let everyone save themselves from the burning displeasure of Yahuwah. Everybody has an opportunity to save themselves from Yahuwah's displeasure. And he says it's burning. Woo! What y'all gonna do with this? Are y'all gonna be, y'all need to put it in the chat. Yirmiyahu, sign name Jeremiah. If y'all don't know how to spell it right, I'm gonna spell it for you. Y'all got to start cleaning up your language. That's Jeremiah 51, verse 45. I just put it in the chat. Yirmiyahu. Now you got to wait a minute. This thing is so hot. This thing is so hot. We got to figure out which way we going with it. Huh? We got to figure out which way we going with this. Because this thing is hot. Y'all see me letting it simmer? Because man, how many of y'all are Yirmiyahu chapter 51, verse 45 people where you made a decision to come out of Babylon, to come out of Baal, to come out of Jesus, to come out of Allah, to come out of Muhammad, to come out of Krishna, to come out of Buddha? All those are Baal. And Yahuwah says, I'm going to punish all of that. You're not even going to have to worry about it. He says, it says it's a burning displeasure of his. He hates it. He don't like it at all. He don't like it at all. Yahuwah doesn't like it one bit. Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I got to put this in the chat. I got to put this in the chat. I got to put this in the chat. Y'all ain't going to believe I'm putting in the chat. Look what I put in the chat. Guess what Yirmiyahu's name means? Guess what Yirmiyahu's name means? Jeremiah, that they replaced and they covered it up. It means the resurrection is YAHUAH. His name, the person, the prophet that's talking this, his name means the resurrection is YAHUAH. How many of y'all want to be a part of YAHUAH's resurrection or be caught up with him? That's who's talking to you. He says, come out of her and I'll resurrect you. I'll have you come to be with me. That's his name who's telling you this through YAHUAH. The resurrection is YAHUAH is exactly what Yirmiyahu's name means. So just like they cover Yahusha, which means YAHUAH is salvation, they cover Jeremiah. They cover Yirmiyahu with Jeremiah. Why? They don't want you to know who the resurrection is. Now, who said this? I am the resurrection and the life. Yeah, who said that? Yahushua HaMashiach, who is YAHUAH. He says, I am the resurrection. Another witness that Yahusha is YAHUAH is in the name Yirmiyahu. That's why Acts Mahashim chapter 10 verse 43 says to him all the prophets witness that through his name there is forgiveness of sins. Go read Mahashim, Acts 10:43. It says to him all the prophets witness. Now, is that name a witness or what? Is the name Yirmiyahu? Is it a witness or not? The resurrection is YAHUAH. Come on. We got to make some decisions tonight about Christmas because it's the great Christmas lie. It is Babylon. And YAHUAH said in Yirmiyahu 51:45, come out of her midst. You know what midst means? Don't even be around it. You go over to the Christmas dinner, you in the midst. You accept a Christmas gift. You in the midst. You know what the midst means? He says, I'm going to have my burning displeasure come against you, says YAHUAH. Yeah. Otherwise, your heart is going to grow faint and you fear the report you heard in the land. For a report shall come 1 year, and after that, in another year, a report shall come, and violence shall come upon that land, and ruler's going to turn against ruler. Therefore, the days are coming that I shall bring punishment on the carved images of Babylon, the Christmas tree, the cross, the Jesus, the fish, the churches, the staples. YAHUAH says, one day I'm going to bring it. He says, it's going to happen. You're going to see it go come from year to year. It's going to increase over the years. Y'all can see it. We can see it from year to year. This thing is increasing. YAHUAH's displeasure is turning up. And he says that all the land shall be put to shame, and all of her dead fall in her midst. And the heavens and the earth and all that is in them shall shout for joy over Babel, for the ravengers shall come from the north, declares YAHUAH. You know what it means when he says declares? It means it's going to happen. And Babel is to fall. Why? Because they killed those of Yisrael. They came against Yisrael, us. So Babel has to fall. The slain of all the earth shall fall. What y'all gonna do with this? I ain't even got down in it. I don't even think I got down in it good. I made just a couple little small notes. All right. All right. Because some of y'all think you're cute on this, and Yahuwah's not going to play with you on this. And I'm telling you, we love you with all we got. I got empathy for with all I got. Some of y'all want us to understand your situation, your circumstances, and 5 other different sidelines. We don't, I'm telling you, we don't have time to play these games. You got to come out of her. You got to get out of Babylon. You got to get out. Now I'm going to Hazun. And we probably will not make it out of this one. Because Yahuwah is going to tear stuff up over this nonsense. Y'all got to know. You got to decide, is it right or is it not right? The way the world is it right or is it not right? We know it's not right. You got to decide if the Most High is going to tolerate that forever. Or is he letting things set up for eternity? He's letting it set up for eternity. We just got to wait. Now watch what he says. Hazun, Revelation chapter 18. Here he comes. Revelation chapter 18. I got to read several verses because he don't stop bringing it here. Now that we've identified that Christmas is attached to Baal because it's attached to Asherah, which is Nimrod's wife, which is also his mother. And they had a baby called Tammuz. And that's why the T, that T, Tammuz, that's where the cross comes from. So all of you that's wearing crosses, you're Tammuz worshiping. And Yahuwah says, I'm going to burn that up. And you better not be around when he does it. Tammuz is the cross. All of this is tied in together. This Christmas thing is the pinnacle of Tammuz, Asherah, Nimrod, sun, and Satan worship. That's the progression. Chapter 18, verse 1. And after this, let me get something to drink. Let me get some blackberry juice on this. Thank you, Blake. Blake knows I got to go in. Blake knows I got to go in. Chapter 18, verse 1. Hazun. Amber said, I didn't realize it. Yeah, I'm telling you. Y'all hang out. Y'all going to learn a lot. Yahuwah done taught me a bunch. Now, here we go. Big shout out to Timothy. Great message you sent in today. And a new bronze pack contributor. Put your seatbelts on. Because we got to go deal with Yahuwah at a different level. Now that we got to understand it about this Christmas lie. Now we got to deal with Yahuwah talking. Because what he's going to do is he's going to provide us some confirmation that he's not playing. Verse 1, chapter 18, Hazun, Revelation. And after this, I saw another messenger coming down from heaven. Coming down from heaven. Having great authority. And the earth was lightened. It was lit up from his esteem. And he cried with a mighty voice saying, Babylon, the great, has fallen. It has fallen and has become a dwelling place of demons, a haunt for every unclean spirit, and a haunt for every unclean and hated bird, because all the nations have drunk the wine of the wrath of Babylon's whoring. Christmas is a hoe. Christmas is a straight hoe. It's a whore. But you know how they say it out in the streets? Christmas ain't nothing but a hoe. And if you go participate, you the trick. You are the trick of the pimp. Christmas is a hoe and a pimp. Now hold on. And the sovereigns, this is the presidents and the kings and the prime ministers of the earth, have committed whoring with her. What do you look at all these governments doing? Big old Christmas trees and celebrating. And they didn't even celebrate Christmas in the USA until like the 1870s, something like that. I mean, it was considered illegal for many years. But now, all these governments decide to participate in this whoring. And the merchants, the business people of the earth, have become rich through the power of this whore, riotous living. True or false? Huh? True or false? Man, people getting tricked. They getting pimped. They getting holed out right now. They going into crazy debt over this great deception. Verse 4, and I heard another voice from heaven coming. I heard another voice from heaven coming and saying, y'all ready? Come out of her, my people. Otherwise, you're going to share in her sins and you're going to receive her plagues. Y'all hear that? That's 2 times now in the scriptures that Yahuwah said, come out of her. He went back, YAHUAH. Now, what's YAHUAH's name mean? Hold a minute. Wait a minute. I got to get another witness. I got to get another witness in here. I'm going to type it, put it in the chat. Tell me if y'all like it. YAHUAH is talking. And YAHUAH, that sign named John, his name means Yahuwah is grace. Or Yahuwah gives grace. Now, he is quoting Yirmiyahu when he says, come out of her, my people. He's quoting. So the grace of Yahuwah is now speaking through this man called YAHUAH, who has his witness, because he's a prophet, of Yahuwah on him through his name. So the grace of Yahuwah is now quoting that Yahuwah is the resurrection, Yirmiyahu, and both of them are saying, if you want to participate in the resurrection or be caught up with Yahuwah, you're going to have to accept his grace, because he could have killed you already. He could have killed you in his sin. In your sin, I should say. He could have killed you in your sin, and his grace would not have been able to cover you if he caught you in your sin without you repenting. Now, that's a call for some of you to repent and come out of her and call on the name of Yahuwah so that you don't participate in what's about to go down. These are promises. This is a legal contract, the scriptures. He says, come out of her. Otherwise, you're going to participate in her plagues. And I'm giving you the grace right now. Today, if you hear my voice, Yahuwah says, don't ignore it. Because of her sins, verse 5, chapter 18, Hazun, Revelation. Because her sins have piled up. You know how much sin has to happen for it to pile up and to reach the heavens. And Yahuwah has remembered her unrighteousness, lawlessness. So he says in verse 6, go ahead, give to her as she gave to others. Woo! So all the wrong that Babylon and these governments, and some of y'all government officials that watch this, and y'all participating in this, repent, for the kingdom of Yahuwah is at hand. Don't get caught up in that, brother or sister. Don't feel, man, I got my career going on. Yahuwah will supply all your needs. You can be the one to help make the change. and establish his real government. He's not going to put up with the lies. For the government officials that's watching this, he's not going to put up with the lies that y'all go in and vote on every day. He's not going to deal with it. He's telling us. And y'all are swearing an oath on the Bible. That's why all of y'all need to contribute to the true scriptures, because you're swearing an oath on a demonic book. Hardly anybody gets that a King James Bible is demonic. Hardly anybody gets that. It's a demon book because it's filled with the lie for you to be deceived. And I'm going to prove that. I told you I'm coming. It says, go ahead and give to her, she gave to others, and repay. But watch this. It says, but don't stop there. Verse 6, repay her double according to all that she did to others. In the cup which she has mixed for others, mix double for her, as much as she has esteemed herself and lived riotously and caused so much torture and grief to others, give it to her. Because in her heart, this is the Babylon. These are the people that setting themselves up high. Because in her heart, she says, I set his sovereignness, Asherah. That's that Christmas tree. Do y'all understand when y'all got that Christmas tree in your house? YAHUAH, he is very upset about it. Because when he starts saying her, he's talking about Asherah. And Asherah is the Christmas tree. And it's the Statue of Liberty, by the way. Did y'all know that? How many of y'all knew that the Statue of Liberty in the United States of America is the statue of Asherah, Nimrod's mama and wife? How many of y'all knew that? Put it in the chat if you knew it. If you didn't, go on and say, wow. That's who's setting up as this beacon of liberty is Nimrod's mama and wife. This is ridiculous. Like, you know it's Babylon. Now, wait a minute. Because in her heart, she says, I said as a sovereigness, and I am not a widow. And even though they killed Nimrod, her son, husband, and I do not see the mourning at all. She says, I'm not going to cry. Because now she thinks she's the most high. Because of this, her plague shall come in one day. Woo! What are y'all going to do with that one? Huh? What are y'all going to do with that one? You remember I told you, I promise you that some of y'all, like me, we've been waiting and waiting on YAHUAH to correct this. He promises us this right here. He says this in verse 8, chapter 18 of Hazun, Revelation. Because of this, her plagues are going to come in one day. He said, I'm going to tear stuff up all of a sudden. Death and mourning, and I'm going to cause scarcity of food, and she shall be burned up with fire, because YAHUAH, Aluah, who judges her, is the mighty one. Woo! YAHUAH says, I'm the mighty one. I just let you run out there and see how buck wild you was going to get and see how many people you was going to deceive. And I'm going to show you exactly why I did it. I'm not done. Because YAHUAH is going to prove why he's letting this happen. Because some of y'all going, why is YAHUAH letting this happen? I'm going to prove it. Why he's letting it happen. It says, it's crazy. Because YAHUAH who judges her, and the sovereigns, the presidents, the prime ministers, the kings of the earth who committed whoring with her and lived riotously with her, they're going to weep and mourn over her. They're going to wish they had it the way they've always had it. When they see the smoke of her burning, Yahuwah said, I'm going to burn it up. Standing at a distance because they are afraid of her torture. Oh, they wanted to be so close to her when they was getting away with all this nonsense. But Yahuwah says all these sovereigns who think they mighty, they going to stand at a distance because they're afraid of the torture that Yahuwah's pouring out, saying, and they're going to be saying, woe, woe, the great city of Babylon, the mighty city, because the judgment has come in 1 hour. Y'all didn't catch that part. First, he said 1 day. And then he said, I'm going to do it in 1 hour. In the day. So on 1 day, during the daylight, Yahuwah says it's going to happen in the daylight. It's not going to happen in the night. He's telling us. He goes, in 1 hour, during the day, I'm going to tear everything up. Put your seatbelts on. He ain't done. And the business people of the earth shall weep and mourn over her because no one buys their merchandise anymore. Yahuwah says, I'm going to cut off all this buying and selling. See all this Christmas shopping going on? Black Friday. He said, I'm going to cut all that off. All these sales, Halloween sale, Valentine's sale, Easter sale, Christmas sale, Thanksgiving sale, birthday sale. Yahuwah said, nobody's going to buy none of y'all's nonsense ever again. Merchandise, he goes and gets more specific. He goes, yes, the merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and pearls, all you jewelers are done. And fine linen, all you clothing stores are done. And purple and silk and scarlet and all the citron wood, all of the entire real estate market is done. And every object of ivory, oh, done. Can't get no toilets, none of that. And every object of the most precious wood and bronze and iron and marble and the cinnamon and incense, all this food y'all been depending on, it's done. And the fragrant oil and frankincense, all the good perfumes y'all love so much, they're done. And the wine and the oil you were used to is done. And the fine flour and wheat, all that bread you depended on for them good hamburgers is done. And the cattle and the sheep that you put on the bread, it's done. And the bodies and lives of men and women shall be strewn everywhere. And the fruit is done. That your being longed for has gone away from you. No more apples. No more oranges. Yeah, they're not going to get none of this good blackberry juice. No, they're not going to get none of that blackberry juice. None of that good mango juice. Not for them. Y'all don't get this yet. Y'all ain't got it yet. Yahuwah's going to let us have it, and none of them can get it. Those that wait and call and stand in Yahuwah, he says in 1 hour, I'm going to flip the script. In 1 day, during 1 day, in 1 hour, I'm going to flip the script. In 1 hour, in 1 day. But only y'all not going to get to drink no blackberry juice with me if y'all don't understand this. No, Luya, they're not going to get no hambone. Now, I'm not telling you, Tim, that nobody's getting the blackberry juice and the mango and the good old incredible maracuja, that's passion fruit juice. You're not getting none of that if you don't believe what I'm teaching you. You're not getting it. But you will see me. And those who are the 144 who go get the 144,000, you will see us drinking blackberry juice. if you like it. Mango. Oh, yeah. And you will see us. We'll be having some good food to eat. You're going to see us. Now watch, he's not done. And the fruit that you were used to is gone from you. And all of your riches and splendors are lost from you. Lost to you. And you shall find them no more. And he didn't finish there. He says, not at all. He says, it will never return to you. The merchants, the business people of these, those that became rich by these ways, shall stand at a distance because they fear the torture that YAHUAH is putting on Babylon. All the weeping, that's the crying and the mourning. And they're going to be saying, whoa, whoa, this is devastating. The great city, the great way of life, the way that we thought things were, that was dressed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and adorned with gold and precious stones and pearls. For in 1 hour, verse 17, all these great riches have been laid to waste in 1 hour. And every shipmaster and every passenger and all the sailors and as many that work on the sea for their living, they stood at a distance. And they cried out when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what was like this great city? And they threw dust on their heads, and they cried out, and they were mourning and weeping, and saying, woe, woe, the great city, the way of life that we've known it, in which all who had ships on the sea became rich. All that transport back and forth. We became rich by her wealth. For, it says it again, for in 1 hour she has been destroyed, laid to waste. So now, rejoice over her, O heaven, and all of you set apart emissaries. Who's part of the 144? All of you set apart. We emissaries. 144, stand up. 144, come to the front. And all you emissaries and prophets, for YAHUAH has come. YAHUAH has completely avenged you over her. Woo! YAHUAH has completely avenged us over all this nonsense we've had to go through. What y'all want to do? What do y'all want to do with this message? How do you feel? Because I've been talking, man. I gotta catch my breath. I'm going back through the chat. I'm going back through the chat. Let me catch my breath. Because y'all saw me go in. Y'all saw me go in. Y'all saw it. Y'all saw YAHUAH talking through me. Tell me you didn't see YAHUAH talking through me. I'm telling you. Yeah. Michaela said, I don't want that smoke. Shell basis. Jay, can you elaborate on sackcloth? You got to tell me what you want me to elaborate on. I don't know what y'all want to do with this. I'm going to prove one more point and I'm going to get out of here. Christmas is a lie. It's part of every single thing you heard me teach from Yahuwah. It is a lie. It is completely, unequivocally connected to Babylon. It is a whore. Christmas is a hoe. What y'all want to roll with a hoe? You going to participate? I'm telling y'all, I watched it. The earth bows down. We tried to go out and get something to eat, me and my family earlier. And I'm talking about at 5 something, the restaurant was trying to close down. And it was like a ghost town. And I'm like, what's going on? And Lena reminded me, we in Colombia, we in South America. The whole world wonders after this nonsense. Huh? The whole world wonders after this nonsense. Ron said he got his t-shirt today, Lena. Put it on, Ron. Come on, we gotta get you on the Zoom. He got his YAHUAH t-shirt today. Think about what y'all dealing with, man. Now, a lot of y'all are wondering, y'all going, why would YAHUAH let all this happen? Well, let me get a drink of blackberry juice, I'll tell you. If y'all want y'all some truth gear, Lena, put the store in there. Some of y'all ain't even representing like you should be. Go over to the Promote the Truth store, get you some stuff, man. Support your cause. Y'all out here buying Louis. Y'all out here buying Gucci, Coach. We got to Promote the Truth store. So I'm going there. Guess what? You going in with Babylon because you don't think right. Every one of y'all should have a great Promote the Truth YAHUAH shirt on. Everybody. You should be our representative. People ask me all the time, what's that on you? What you wear? It's a witness. Now, why does YAHUAH let all this happen? It's on y'all, man. Y'all do whatever y'all want. Y'all can tell. I don't even know. I mean, some of y'all watch me quite a bit, and some of y'all watch me quite a bit for years. And you know, I've been consistent with, I'm telling you, I didn't even want to do what I'm doing. YAHUAH called me to do it, and I try to run away from it. And he was said, I'm going to kill you or you got to go do it. I'm telling you, I felt it. I felt like I was going to die. And he says, now, if you do it, I'm going to allow you to love it. Like you're going to have a love for it. Like when you play professional sports and when you was out there, I'm going to let you love this even more. It's going to be more fulfilling to you if you just come and taste it. And I was like, yo, and he says, I'm telling y'all, this is how cool YAHUAH is. I felt it in my spirit. He says, you know, I'm not going to let you keep breathing with the talent I gave you. I'm not going to let it happen. But so here's what I want to do. I don't want to force you to do nothing. I'm just not going to let you keep breathing if you don't do what I called you to do. Test me in this. See, most of y'all are afraid to test YAHUAH. He wants you to test him to see if he's true. But don't test him in some twisted way. Test YAHUAH from the real. Like from a real point going, all right, I want to see if I'm going to be happy doing it this way. Y'all understand this? Like, go to YAHUAH and say what you want. What you want has to be in line with his commandment. Like, you can't say, I want this, and then be out of line with his command. You can't say, man, well, I'm coveting that person's car. That's not going to work. You got to go. He's going to give you the strength and the power to get that car. All right. Good to see you, Darwin. Hallelujah. Here we go. Y'all got it. I'm serious about it, man. Like, I'll be telling y'all the key stuff, and I'm watching people how they roll. Get over to the Promote the Truth store. Everybody get them at least a tea. Get a coffee. Y'all should be on here with your coffee mug, something. Y'all should be talking to people. Like, witness every angle you can. Have your hat on. What is that? Every time somebody sees that YAHUAH symbol on me, they're like, what is that? All right, here we go. I'm going to tell y'all why. YAHUAH let this happen. You ready? Tashlaniyqiym. 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 It's Thessalonians. Some of y'all want me to spell that for you, all right? I'm going to put that in there for y'all. So y'all understand how to properly spell Thessalonians from now. Y'all not going to have to wonder it no more. All right, that's Thessalonians. Look in the chat. So 2nd Tashlaniyqiym, chapter 2, verse 9 through 12 tells you why YAHUAH lets this nonsense go on. Everything is a test. You're welcome, Shell. Everything is a test with YAHUAH. YAHUAH's greatest gift is called choice. Go on back to the garden. Go back to the garden. YAHUAH gave him everything. He gave him everything. Now, y'all type in the chat the name of the first two human beings on the earth. Type it in the chat. Who's the name of the first two human beings on earth? Because the first two human beings tell us what's going on right now. There's two people in the garden. This is unique. Y'all see I'm being quiet for just a second. I'm being quiet. This is great. All right. I'm just being quiet. I'm watching to see what y'all gonna put in the chat. The first two people in the garden. All right. Look at all these. All right, here we go. Y'all put it in the chat. I'm chilling. I'm ready to do something for y'all. Same time. This is good. I like it. Y'all good now? All right. Y'all look in the chat, and I gave you the Hebrew. I even gave you the Hebrew in the chat. You should never spell it wrong or pronounce it wrong again, because I gave you the Abari in the chat. Now, you see the first one I gave you? I gave you an Aleph, a Dalet, and a Mam. That's Adam. 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 Hardly anybody gets the wife's names right. Hardly anybody on earth. And there's a reason hardly anybody on earth gets her name right. Because she was the one that got deceived first. And the deception is so devastating that it perpetuates that hardly anybody can even get her name right to this day. Hardly anybody can get her name right to this day. And I put it in the chat. What's her name? YAHUAH. That's a hot. That's a who. That's an uah. And that's a hey. A hot every time is an H. It's never a K sound. So when you see them do that CH, that's part of their plan to get you to not say Yahuwah's name. I know if you put CH, I know if you put a V, I know if you put an O, I know if you use the letter O, I know that Yahuwah is not in you yet to his completeness. Now be careful. I'm not telling you you don't have salvation. I'm telling you he's not in you complete yet. If you put an O in an Abari word, it is I'm going to be bold, it is a satanic way to get you to not say his name. I'm just telling you. So you got to make a decision. You do a V, I know that you are from the Pharisee teaching. I know you're from the, and I was. Y'all go back and look at the videos. Y'all go all the way back, look at all the videos, and y'all can watch my progression. Y'all can see me getting rid of O's, getting rid of V's. I don't think I had no V's. And I had W's for a little bit. If you put W, I know you're a rookie in Abari. I know it. I know it. I know it. Because a W is a W. It's not a letter in Hebrew. Abari, that's a W. It's not there. It wants you to prolong the U. Ooh. That's it. You put an O in Yahuwah's name, after I tell you this, he gonna get rid of you. Now, I'm telling you the truth. You play games if you want. I believe Yahuwah, as far as spelling out and pronouncing his name, I believe he hates a V and an O and a W. I believe he hates it. And an E. He don't want no E's around him. I'm being as raw as I can. I don't know what to tell y'all, man. Shell's like, what's the best place to learn is from us. And we got to put it together. So y'all got to be patient with us. Because if you go out there and try to learn from other people, I literally was searching. I got one lady. And I'm trying to get her to communicate. She's very modest. She's very chill. And she only teaches original Hebrew. Without vowel points. She don't mess with O's. She don't mess with E's, V's, and W's. So I'm like, oh. But when I try to engage her to help out, she's like, oh, I got this little cord. I'm trying to get her to click in. Isn't this good though, Ryan? How many of y'all appreciate me talking with y'all like this? I'm taking extra time to tear down this Christmas line, by the way. So y'all gonna see me literally spelling stuff for y'all that it took us years to figure out how to clean the language up. And I still see some of y'all go, no, I'm gonna spell it this way. I'm like, all right, go on, spell it that way if you want to. You got to study to show yourself approved, because you might get checked on it. You might get checked on it. So I gave you their names. Adam and YAHUAH. H-U-A-H. The first person that got deceived in the world was YAHUAH. Why in the world would they call her Eve? It's all a deception. It's not Yod, daughter of Yahuwah. It's Yud. She said, what about Yod, hey, Uah, hey? Nope, it's Yud, hey. I used to say Yod. There ain't no O's. Jay, I'm talking to me. Jay, there's no O's in Hebrew at all, ever. Never is there an O. Never. Somebody said, where did Eve come from? I'm going to do a special training. Blake, you know I got training after training after training. I got to do a training on Eve because that's great, Blake, because of the greatest deception ever started from YAHUAH, who people are calling Eve. So I'm going to tell y'all how they got to Eve and why it's still deceiving you to this day unless you call and are immersed into YAHUAH. Love it. All right, I'm going in. So why does YAHUAH, does he allow all this to happen? I gave y'all the stuff now. Come on. What is the book I'm about to read from? Do y'all remember? Y'all can go in the chat and look at it. What's the book I gave y'all? Second what? Thessalonians. The real name for Thessalonians is what? Put it in the chat. The real name for Thessalonians is what? Put it in the chat before I do. Can you put it in there before I do? This is great, man. I'm going to put it in there. And then I'm also going to give it. That way y'all got this stuff. Make sure y'all taking notes. Make sure y'all taking notes. All right. Uh-oh, KM got it. No, Donna, get that O out of there. Donna, get that O. Get rid of the O's. I love some Donna. This is fun too, right? When we can have fun with each other learning. Shells, I'm too old for pop quizzes. That's what's going to make you great. And 120 is the measure. You got to get to 120. Jessica. Uh-oh. Sherry, you put a Y instead of a T. Luya didn't get it. Y'all got to get, look, I'm going to put it up there. Y'all a little bit all over the place. This is hilarious. And Daniel got Adam and Hua right. He says, I'm gonna make sure I got that right before I go to the next assignment. Y'all see it? Tashlaniyqiym. Just spell it out. Say it with your mouth. Tashlaniyqiym. That's Thessalonians. Y'all got that? Tashlaniyqiym. Second Tashlaniyqiym, chapter 2, verses 9 through 12. The coming of the lawless one is according to the works of Satan. Who? Satan. It's got to do with Satan's works. And it has all power. People say, how can I get healed in Jesus' name? How come I saw some demons? I saw some miracles in Jesus' name. How many of y'all heard that before? Well, what about when this happened in Jesus' name? In Ezeus, Ashura, Nimrod, Christmas name. That's all attached to Jesus. I saw some miracles. I did. I saw some miracles. I'm telling you, I saw them in Jesus' name. How many of y'all heard that before, right? Well, all you got to do is read to them. Second Tashlaniyqiym, Thessalonians 2, verse 9, tells you why they get to see it. The coming of the lawless one is in according to the working of Satan, and it has all power. I don't think y'all understand that part. YAHUAH said, I'm going to give him all power and all signs, miracles, and all wonders of falsehood, and with all deceit of unrighteousness to those who are perishing, because they do not love the truth in order for them to be saved. And because of this, YAHUAH will personally send them a delusion so that they actually believe the falsehood and lies, so that they can be judged because they did not believe the truth, but they delighted in lies and unrighteousness. That's why Yahuwah is letting this go down. That's the whole test. Yahuwah says, for this purpose, for this test, I'm going to give Satan all the power he wants to do a specific purpose. Don't go outside what the heck I'm saying. Stay in here. Stay right in here. Don't you go out left or right. Just stay here. Yahuwah said, I'm going to do this as a test for people who don't love and believe the truth. They don't believe the truth, but more importantly, they don't love the truth. Because if you don't love the truth, Yahuwah says, I'm going to give you a promise. I'm actually going to send you a delusion. I'm going to send you miracles that will freak you out, that will make you be like, wow, look what Jesus did. I'm going to send you some powerful stuff. Look what Buddha did. Look what Allah did. Look what Krishna did. Look what Zeus did. Look what Thor did. I'm going to send you personally the delusion. But I'm going to allow, I don't know if y'all got this. Yahuwah says, I'm sending it and I'm going to have Satan carry it out. Yahuwah's the big dog here. Yahuwah's the big dog with the big chain. And he says, if you don't love the truth, I'm going to sick this dog called Satan on you. And I'm going to let him fool you. I'm going to let him do miracles to you. And I'm going to let him get you wrapped up into Christmas trees and Santa Claus and elves and Easter bunnies and tooth fairies and magic. Oh, you're going to love all these magic stories. You're going to be enthralled with Disney, the Magic Kingdom. I'm going to send all this stuff to make you feel all warm and fuzzy because you didn't love me enough to sort through this and keep that straight and narrow, that simple, that good way, that happiness way, that way of the commandments, where it's simple, it's straightforward, and it's off the charts. And it's the best way to live. You don't love that, so I'm going to send you this other stuff. Keep you confused and in drama. All right, I'm done tonight. Are y'all participating with TSNT, by the way? Some of y'all made the big push. We got phase 2 out of the way. Y'all know we did. Clapping. Y'all know we got on Friday, we knocked out phase 2. Y'all know what we did on Friday. We got it done. On Pagan Name Friday, we did it. But we got a mission. We got 4 phases. We got 2 done. We're into 3, and we got work to do. Now I'm going to give a call to the kingdom. See what y'all going to do. It's up to y'all. We're going to find the 144 somehow or another. We should have phase 3 done by the 31st of pagan calendar, December 31st. We should have phase 3 done. We should go on pagan January 1st. We should be phase 4 and knock that out. That way we can get ahead of schedule. How many of y'all want the true scriptures earlier than what we said? Think about this. We can get it earlier, but we got to go to work. And Yahuwah said, my sheep will hear my voice. So if you have not yet contributed, I want you to consider this. Go to tsnt.org. We don't care. Did y'all see the story? Hey, I got to read y'all. I'm going to read the story we put in the Telegram group today, and then I'm going to stop. right? Did y'all see Patricia out of Kenya, Africa? Did y'all see her story? Right? This is what Patricia said. I'm going to read y'all the story before we close out here tonight. We put this in now go over and put that Telegram. I'm going to put the Telegram. If you're not part of the Telegram group, you're missing all these stories that come out fast. Like we're starting to put them out. So go over to pttgraham.com. So our Telegram group will take you Telegram channel, I should say. My wife should say channel. It's pttgraham.com. Everybody go join pttgraham.com because we put stuff in there every day. We give you great messages. We give you updates. You're going to get notified first when we do these lives. You're going to catch it before anybody else. It's going to hit you before even YouTube hits you, right? So everybody go join the Telegram. Everybody listen to the replay. You got an assignment. Stop, hit pause. Just hit pause. Go over to pttgraham.com. I should see the numbers going up now because I'm in the group, right? All right. So Patricia from Kenya, Africa, she's a maid, come to find out. So she's a maid. She got 3 kids. She don't hardly got nothing. She put, now we wrote this. Many of you may remember Patricia Wandia from Kenya, Africa, who gave $3 and covered the cost of the platform fee. So the platform we use that coordinates all this, which hallelujah for DonorBox. Shout out to DonorBox because they do a great job of helping us coordinate, right? Otherwise, we'd have to pay. Now watch, we're going to pay for our own programming to have our own platform. Right now, we got to utilize DonorBox, so they take a small fee, right? So Patricia, she went and contributed $3, and they give you the choice to cover the fees or not. You don't have to, it's up to you. If you don't cover the fees, it comes out of what comes to promote the truth for the true scriptures. So it's on y'all. Well, someone donated a bronze package for her a day or two ago. So a couple of days ago, someone who said, I want to remain anonymous, they donated a $300 bronze package for her. Just days before, she contributed another $11. Now, she emailed us after she contributed. She did $3, then she contributed $11. And she said, I'm not rich financially. Neither do I have much, but the little I give is from the bottom of my heart. I sent $11 via PayPal last night. She did it through TSNT. We got PayPal connected there. Last night for the True Scriptures Project. I will still continue to give no matter what the amount because this is spiritual. Then she says, you appeared in my dream a day before you posted about contributing to the Promote the True Scriptures. So she's saying that we appeared in her dream even before we even announced it. And she says, and you called my name and said to me, put your money in the mailbox. Then you showed me a building, and it was an archive building. We don't know what all that means. She knows, right? So then somebody contributed this bronze to her. And so we wrote back to her today. I'm seeing what the staff wrote. They put, Patricia, we have some fantastic news for you. Someone who heard about your story of giving the $3 and then the $11 said that it touched them so much, they decided to gift you a $300 bronze package. We are adjusting your account to reflect the $300 bronze package. This means you'll be one of the first people to receive the True Scriptures, Britadosh New Testament, when they come out in the spring 2024. YAHUAH has saw your heart and heard your prayers. Hallelujah. Love to promote the truth team. Is that awesome or what, y'all? Now watch what she wrote back before we get out of here. Watch what she wrote back. She wrote back. My arm getting tired over there. Okay. She wrote back, what? Exclamation point. Do you know something? Yesterday, I shed and cried too much tears. And I told YAHUAH, I wish I was able to give even beyond the platinum package. That's $2,500 to get there. She said, I wish I could give beyond the platinum package. She cried about this yesterday. I prayed for all the people supporting the project. So anybody that y'all that's giving, y'all better pay attention to what YAHUAH is saying to you right now, because the power of an authentic widow's prayer is very, very powerful. She says, I pray for all the people supporting the project. And I told him, YAHUAH, how I wish someone could help me reach at least one of the least of the packages. That's the bronze, $300 package, right? He has done it for me, 2 exclamation points. I'm writing this with joy in my heart and tears of joy flowing down my cheeks. YAHUAH has truly remembered me. I'm from Kenya. I don't even want to read no more. I'm gonna start bawling. She said, YAHUAH has truly remembered me. I don't know what y'all think when we read the scriptures, we go through this. I'm theatrical because I'm passionate. But I mean every word I'm saying. I mean everything I'm saying. I'd rather die than be fake. I don't want to breathe if I can't be real. I just don't want to. I want to feel the fullness of life, which means when I talk, I want it to just authentically come out of me. I might look down, I might look up, because I'm feeling, got bugs flying around my nose, and I want to be real, right? I just want to be real. I want to drink a blackberry juice right now. I got a bug on my neck. Y'all see all this? Because I'm out. We can really change my setting to where I'm not going to have these bugs and stuff flying around me. But y'all got to understand that prayer, that request, that wish, when you can get in the trenches with YAHUAH like that, that's when everything is going, that's when your true happiness is going to come in you. And some of y'all looking for the true happiness of YAHUAH, and it's in your commitment. Like, you're going to have to commit. Like, we're not talking about just contributing to Truth Scriptures Project and giving your money. We got to have the money to do what we need to do, because we got to go up against the opposition in this world. That's just common sense. The Jesus marketing dollars is off the hook. And YAHUAH's put me in a place of understanding how things work, to call a group of people together and say, look, we're going to raise and generate millions of dollars, and that's going to be one of the ways we tear it down, because we're going to be the greatest at marketing that the world's ever seen. This YAHUAH marketing machine is about to be the greatest. They're going to wonder where it came from. But you gotta get your prayers turned up. Every day when y'all wake up, y'all should be up. Y'all should be, make sure you handle your stuff with you and your family. But you got to understand what Yahushua said. He said, there's no greater love that anybody has than they lay down their life for a friend. Of course you're going to love your baby. Of course you're going to love your son and your daughter and your husband and your wife, your aunt, your uncles, your grand. But he said, that's not the greatest love. Y'all see my mic just kick off? That's YAHUAH talking, man. It is talking. Energy. He said the greatest love is that me or you as strangers that become friends through these channels, and we're developing a friendship. He said this love, if we love each other with all we got, even though we don't even really know each other, he said that's greater to him than the love you have for your child. or your close loved one. He said that's greater. And unless you get that level of understanding, you will not enter the next level with YAHUAH. So just understand that what I see with TSNT, .org, I see that love. I see it. It's a love barometer. Because I see people that give $3 and $5. And then there's some people give $1,000. There's some people that do $2,000. They're all over the place. But it's in that heart. It's that love. It's that greater love that no one has. Then they lay down their life for a friend. But what's happening? When these true scriptures go into the world, you're going to save a lot of friends. You're going to save a lot of friends, people that didn't know. When we get those books in those hotel rooms and in these strategic places where we're going to put these scriptures, and you contributed to that happening, you contributed, and then you continue to support. You bring it to the storehouse. You can take it wherever you want. This is a good place if you want. And then we strategically go out. Guess how many friends we're going to save? Then we go to YAHUAH. Boldly. So we heard you. We did it. So I love y'all, man. Get over there. Look, we got a week left now. And we nowhere near close to getting phase 3 done. And we got a week. But YAHUAH put on our heart, we can get phase 3 done in this next week. But everybody's got to be sure to do their job. You got to get 3 or 4 people engaged. Every one of you, go try your witnessing tools. Like, see if you can get somebody to contribute. Say, would you like to have a real, raw, authentic scripture sitting on your table? Keep your King James if you want. But put this one next to it when you ever want to go ahead and do a side-by-side comparison and see if test it. Would you like to be able to at least have it? Well, go over to tsnt.org and give something to bring it here so that you can see what's real. Because this ain't no joke. tsnt.org is no joke. All right. And I finish with this. The great Christmas lie has been smashed tonight. I've walked you through Dabariym, chapter 12. I've taken you through Yirmiyahu, chapter 51, 42 through 47. I took you through Hazun 18, 1 through 20. And then I capped you off with 2 Tashlaniyqiym, Thessalonians 2, 9 through 12 to prove the separator. So YAHUAH is testing you to see if you're going to help tear down this Christmas lie. And I feel with everything in my power is looking for 144 real ones on the earth. Real ones that we all in agreement together. We're not arguing. We're not fighting about nothing. We're respectful. We're honorable. We come to each other. If we don't agree, if we don't understand something, agree, we're very respectful. We do everything in love. We're done with the drama. 144. And somebody got to leave. Somebody. YAHUAH's called different people for different things. He gave me a certain skill set, and I accepted that call. So he said, well, get on up here on Front Street. And I'm like, I don't know about it. Get up there. All right. So I'm up here on Front Street. Who's coming with me for the kingdom? I want to get caught doing this work. In YAHUAH's name. I love y'all, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Because I'm coming back with it. On that pagan day, you know I'm going to bring some lightning fire tomorrow. So I love y'all. Mwah. Y'all the best. Hey, by the way, y'all the best ever. Y'all not just good. Y'all the greatest ever. These comments that's been coming in, y'all seen them. Aren't they precious? Aren't they off the hook? And I'll catch y'all tomorrow.